Present.
Andy Castro. We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Public testimony? Anybody signed up?
Can we excuse the absent members?
Huh?
Excuse the absent members?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I
Motion to
move,
excuse the absence?
Mr. Chairman, I move to excuse the absent members.
I'll second.
Second, Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Now, public testimony.
No one has signed up.
Nobody signed up? Okay. Approval of the minutes, review the minutes of last meeting, of the 24th.
Mr. Chairman, I think there's a correction to make on the minutes.
Okay, point it out.
It's saying that I adjourned and I was absent.
Yeah, he was absent.
I was
It
absent
was-
last meeting and I adjourned the meeting.
It was you, wasn't it, Charlie? I'd asked for the adjournment. Yeah, it was Charlie that asked for the adjournment.
Charlie did.
The corruption will be made.
Okay. Get a second? Or, okay, need a motion to approve the minutes
I move to approve as
with the
corrected.
correction.
I'll second.
Okay, second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries then. Public hearing. Anybody signed up?
For item number 1?
Yeah.
Ms. Della Robles will present.
Della Robles.
Good evening, Della Robles, Planner 1 for the City of Pharr. Tonight, we have 3 items for your recommendation. The first item, Crystal Ledesma Martinez, doing business as Tomorrow's Leaders Childcare, has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a conditional use permit to allow a home occupation daycare center in a single-family residential district R1. The property is legally described as being all of Lot 29, Block 5, San Patricia Acres subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property's physical address is 1008 West Lee Street. The property is currently zoned Single-Family Residential District R1. The surrounding area is zoned Single-Family Residential District R1 to the south, east, and west, and General Business District C to the north. This area is generally designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. The fire department is pending reinspection for the conditional use permit. Code compliance, the health division, and planning division all recommend approval. 49 surrounding property owners were notified of the request by letter, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received 1 telephone call in opposition of the item. Development Services is recommending approval of the request for a conditional use permit to allow a home occupation daycare center in a single-family residential district R1, subject to the following conditions as set in the packet before you. And gentlemen, we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, does the applicant have any comments at this time?
Do you have anything to say? Not at this time.
Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anybody signed up?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, close the public hearing. Open the item up for board discussion. Questions?
Mr. Chairman, permission to approach staff?
Go ahead.
Do you know the details of the concerns with the resident?
No, sir. She spoke with, I believe, Mr. Martinez.
For the record, my name is Gilberto Martinez, Planner 2 for the City of Pharr. Mr. Madrigal, Commissioner, the only item she said she was going to submit the actual form against the item, but she didn't mention any details.
Thank you.
No further questions? No further discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve conditional use permit 200208.
I'll second.
Second, Charlie Ramirez. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Item number 2. Total Retirement Solutions, Inc., owners, has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from Single Family Residential District R1 to Residential Multifamily District RMF in order to develop and construct a fourplex on said lot. The subject site is located on the south side of West Polk Avenue with a physical address of 313 West Polk Avenue. The property is legally described as being lots 2 and 3, Block 1, Valencia Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts West Polk Avenue, an 80-foot major collector that runs east and west with a posted speed limit of 30 miles per hour or less as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property is currently zoned Single Family Residential District R1. The property and the properties to the north, south, and west were zoned to Single Family Residential District R1, and the property to the east was zoned to Residential Multifamily on March the 30th, 1982, when the city adopted the current zoning ordinance we use today. There have been no other zoning requests within the general vicinity of the subject property since that time. The property is generally designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. The residential multifamily district is established to provide adequate space and site diversification for low to medium density residential developments where adequate streets and other community facilities are available for present and future needs. This district is established for duplex, fourplex development as low to medium density use, and additional requirements for street, water, and fire protection, wastewater, drainage, and adequate open space shall be met before zoning to such use. It is established to protect residents from as far as possible against heavy traffic and zoned to promote the most desirable use of land and direction of building development not in conflict with the city's comprehensive plan. 18 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received 3 telephone calls, 2 for information only and 1 in opposition of the item. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone from Single Family Residential District R1 to Residential Multifamily RMF as the properties meet area requirements, have adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of March the 16th, 2020 at 4 p.m. And gentlemen, we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, does the applicant like to have any comments at this time?
Do you have anything? No, sir, he does not.
Okay. This item requires a public hearing. Anybody in the affected area signed up?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
None. Okay, we close the public hearing. Open the floor for board discussion. I have one question to staff.
Yes, sir.
When we changed, when the zone was changed and we passed that, there were several citizens that were concerned with flooding. I'm sure that's been addressed now that this has gotten this far.
This one has not been changed to zone. I guess you're talking to the one a little bit further west?
Ah, you're right. You're right, yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I got them mixed up.
That's quite all right.
Okay. Any other questions,
No, sir.
concerns?
Nope.
None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve change of zone 200209.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Item number 3. Marcelino Ricci has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a life of the use conditional use permit to allow an accessory use structure, guest house, in a single-family residential district R1. The property is legally described as being all of Lot 17, Sings Number 2 Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property's physical address is 407 West Ramos Street. The property is currently zoned Single-Family Residential District R1. The surrounding area is zoned Single-Family Residential District R1 to the north, south, and west, and Agriculture and/or Open Space District and General Business District C to the east. This area is generally designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. The fire department recommends approval. Code compliance is pending reinspection, and planning department recommends approval. 19 surrounding property owners were notified of the request by letter, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or to the legal notice. Development Services is recommending approval of the request for a life of the use conditional use permit to allow an accessory use structure, guest house, in a single-family residential district, R1, subject to the following conditions as set before you. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of March the 16th, 2020 at 4 p.m. And gentlemen, we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, does the applicant have any comments at this time?
No, sir, he does not.
Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anyone signed up to speak on it?
No one in the affected area.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing. Open up the floor for any discussion, board discussion.
No, sir.
None? Okay, close the board discussion. Open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve conditional use permit 200210.
Second.
Second, Charlie Ramirez. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. Commissioners, for the record, my name is Heriberto Martinez, your planner 2 for the City of Pharr. Tonight, we had 3 items before you for your recommendation. Number 1, applicant Meldon and Hunt, Inc., representing City of Pharr, is requesting final plat approval of the proposed PSJ Ag Barn subdivision. The property is legally described as being a subdivision of 19.434 acres, being a part or portion out of Lot 224 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 2100 block of South Veterans Boulevard, known as I Road. The property is currently zoned Agricultural Open Space District AO. The adjacent zones are Medium Density Multifamily District R3 to the north, Agricultural Open Space District AO to the south and west, and city limits to the east. The property is designated for public, semi-public use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, PSJ Livestock Farm. Variances, none requested. Development Services recommends final plat approval of the proposed PSJ Ag Barn subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you. Also, this item will go before the City Commission on March the 16th, 2020 at 4 p.m. And we do have a representation in the audience.
Okay, this item does not require a public hearing, so we'll open an item up for board discussion. No questions?
Mr.
Okay,
Chairman, permission to approach staff.
go ahead.
Was this already built? This up?
Yes, sir.
No further discussion?
Not
None?
for me, sir.
Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve subdivision 180823.
I second it.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Next item, Linfield and Hunter and Genuis, Inc., representing Gordon and Catherine Jenkins Family Ltd. Partnership are requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed Lopezville Meadows subdivision. The property is legally described as being a 1.739 acre tract of land in the Antonio Velasco Survey Abstract, and being a portion of Lot 96, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located at the 5200 block of North Veterans Boulevard. The property is currently zoned General Business District C. The adjacent zones are limited, are zone city limits to the north and east, and Agricultural Open Space District AO to the south and west. The property is designated for commercial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, retail business. Variances, none requested. Development Service recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed Lopezville Meadows subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay, this item does not require a public hearing, so we'll open up the item for board discussion. Questions?
No, sir.
None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve subdivision 190101.
Second.
Sorry. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Okay, next item, Meldon Hunt Inc., representing Saeed Virgin, manager for Flag Poke LLC, a Texas limited liability company, is requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed BGRR Midtown subdivision. The property is legally described as being a re-subdivision of 7.906 acres out of lots 2 and 3, Block D, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property's physical address is 601 West Polk Avenue.
Yeah.
The property is currently zoned residential multifamily high density district, RMF HD. The adjacent zones are General Business District C and Single Family Residential District R1 to the north, Residential Multifamily High Density District RMFHD, and Agricultural Open Space District AO to the east, Single Family Residential District for lots less than 50 feet in width, District R-1A to the south, and Agricultural Open Space District, AO, and Single Family Residential District for lots less than 50 feet in width, District R1A to the west. The property is designated for Single Family Residential use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, apartments, variances not requested. Development Services recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed BGRR Midtown subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you. And for the record, we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, this item does not require a public hearing, so we'll open it up for board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve subdivision 191227.
Second.
Second, Charlie. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same motion. Same motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Okay, next item. Announcements and other business?
None, Mr. Chairman.
None? Okay, there's only one left. Adjournment.
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Second, Charlie Ramirez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Thank you.